Hello, and welcome back to the Rawkode Academy. My name is David Flanagan, although you may know me from across the internet as Rawkode, and today we have an episode of Klustered. Klustered is I don't know, actually. Klustered is an experience where we have two members or two teams join us with some broken clusters and will attempt to share their Kubernetes knowledge with us as they debug and hopefully fix those clusters. Before we begin today, there's a little bit of housekeeping and thank yous. First, I need to thank Teleport. They've been sponsoring and supporting Klustered since the very beginning, and we've been using Teleport in every single episode to help share, pair, and fix clusters. So if you want to say hello to Teleport and support the show, please check out rawkode.live/teleport. It keeps them happy, it keeps me happy, and it keeps things ticking along. Also, Equinix Metal have been sponsoring by providing all of the hardware. Every cluster in Klustered is a multi-node bare metal Kubernetes clustered, hand-rolled by my own artisanal bash code, and some Pulumi sprinkled in too. So thank you to Equinix Metal. It's great hardware. I love using it every week, and I really appreciate it. All right, lots of chats, lots of hellos in the chats, and I'll get to them in just a minute. But first, I want to introduce today's first team. Hello, Team Giant Swarm. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey. Very good. Hello, everybody.
He's all excited?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course you are. All right. All right, let's start with you, Marcus. We'll go around clockwise. Can you all introduce yourselves, say hello, and we'll take it from there.
Hey everyone, I'm Marcus. I'm a platform engineer here at Giant Swarm, and I've been with the company about 6 months now, so fairly new. I'm quite looking forward to this. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Puya. I'm VP product here at Giant Swarm. A bit longer than 6 months, a bit more than 7 years now with Giant Swarm. And yeah, we're looking forward to how to fix a really meanly broken cluster.
And hello, everybody. I'm Christian, SRE at Giant Swarm. Been here for a couple of years now. Let's do this.
All right. Let's get my screen share up. So I have already given you all access to the other cluster broken by Team Wildlife Studios, who will be joining us in roughly 45 minutes time. You got 45 minutes. I set it to 46. That gives us 1 minute to make sure things are all right. But we do have a timer to keep track of progress. We have access to all the nodes. I will bravely going to use the SSH client for today. And I will open a session on Wildlife Studios Control Plane 1. If you could all please join the session, type echo hello, anything that you want, just to let me know you're there. And then we'll get things underway. So remember to find the session ID and join. Please don't open your own one. If we can't watch you type, it's not very fun. All right, there's our first hello. Thank you. All right. You're all in. Perfect. Well, good luck. Off you go.
Cool.
Marcus, you're driving, right?
I am, yes. So before we actually get going, we're going to pull in a few tools to help us debug.
Kube control? You're bringing your own kube control?
Yeah.
You don't trust anything, do you?
Nope.
All right. Kube control, JQ, K9, etcd control. Cool. Nice. I've never seen a setup script like that before, but I like it.
We can share it afterwards.
Cool. Okay, so we have a control plane. We've got some access, so that's a good start.
That's nice.
We do.
I always worry when there's a control plane in case people forgot to break the cluster. Oh yeah, K9s doesn't.
Oh wow, that is not.
Doesn't work very well on.
Yeah, that's not. Cool. So, actually, back off. Let's have a look.
When running commands with long output, I would encourage you to use less so that we have the same scroll settings instead of scrolling in your own terminal. Just FYI.
Sure. Cool. So
I also just want to point out, this is the first cluster in 3 months where everything has been running when I gave the cluster to you, you know. I've been improving my process.
Very worrisome to me, but...
yeah.
So the app is not running, it's crash looping. There is emissary ingress. There was an emissary ingress in ours, right?
Yeah.
There was, right?
Was it?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There was? Did you remove it?
Yeah.
So that doesn't look right. What's going on there?
It tags it with status code 0, so maybe the image is not what we expect it to be. Anyway, we have to bump to v2, so let's do it straight away, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Why not?
Let's do that.
Famous
No,
last
not
words.
hard.
Deployment.
Oh.
Oh wow, it does not like that.
Yeah, there have been issues with them before.
That was not nice. Cool. Okay, so we're doing this old school one.
I mean, you can try installing Nano. I can switch to the web interface. That might help.
Whatever. What do you all think?
It looked okay on the web interface, but
yeah, it's just the CLI that gets the weird issue with them.
Okay,
sorry,
now I'll tell you what.
can,
I'll switch over to the.
You can use kubectl set image if you want. kubectl set image deployment name.
yeah, we might need to remove the ID fields there. There's a container ID and an image ID. Right? Or no, they'll be updated, right? They'll be updated.
Yeah, if you change the image ID will be updated.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You also need the container name, which is Klustered. Clustered.
Yeah, I never remember the set image syntax.
According to the documentation, you need container name equals image name.
As in.
No. It was all
clusters
right,
equal. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see what happens now.
Hopefully, it's pulling an image.
Let's see.
Here you describe it.
Yeah.
Let's see where it's hanging. Readiness probe and liveness probe.
Is my timer broken?
Okay.
Surely that's been more than 1 minute.
Yes. Let's check the probes on the deployment.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the web though, so I can use Vim, because otherwise it's just gonna get quite messy.
Yeah. Okay. The liveness probe is clearly wrong. Also, the readiness probe is clearly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, that's not. Is that showing all right for you?
It's all right. I can.
Yeah.
I'll open another.
Right.
I'll join a session too. That way, when we do use Vim, we can at least see it on the web, and then I'll pop back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm just going to get rid of the probes. Just completely get rid of them.
I worked hard
Yeah,
on those
but
probes.
before hold on before you do that, because I saw something weird in the describe pod. Can you describe the pod so we can see it together? If you scroll up a little bit to the probes definition, maybe it's normally just me.
You need to pipe it through less to show that on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Chat when you see them. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah, so the missing IP address, but it defaults to localhost, right? So it should work.
Yeah, that should be fine. So, any objections with me just getting rid of them?
No, just get rid of them. It's fine.
I mean, that's what I do in prod.
Yeah.
So why not?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, we don't need them.
We don't need prod.
It is running.
It's running.
You want me to test it?
It doesn't. No, I've just tried. Ooh, what was that?
Oh, it was me. Sorry.
No, we haven't got access yet.
What's the node port?
30,000. You can curl it on that machine, I guess.
30,000, right?
Yeah, it's still crashing.
Oh, is it still crashing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's restarting.
Okay.
Is there any jobs?
Pod sandbox changed. It will be killed and recreated.
I'm just turning my timer off. I have no idea what's going on with that timer. It went back up again.
All right, let's start having a look what we've got. And so I'm going to check if we've got any webhooks in play to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So there's none. That's good.
What if we check the kubelet logs in the node where the pod is running?
So which one's that then? There's the worker 2. So if we switch over to the worker 2, David?
Of course. Worker 2. Session opened.
Okay, in the meantime, I can check on the control plane if there's network policies or any cron jobs.
Thank you. Cool.
Cron jobs.
Which one was it? JF6Q2. Oh, there's only one now.
So do you want the good news or the bad news?
Both.
Well, there isn't any good news. I never actually added any logging to the Klustered application.
So it could be working, it could not be working. Cool. All right.
I mean,
all right. Let's switch back.
It doesn't look like it's working, right? Let's just. I'll load it up here because we've not done that yet. So 30, 3. It's not returned anything. Oh, do you want the control plane or worker 2?
I'm back on the control plane. Alright, let's see if there's anything else I miss here. So I believe the port's correct from what I remember. Was it 8080?
In the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a while, but yeah.
Resources look fine. There's not really anything else going on here.
Marcos is in the chat saying, remember, there are hints in home if required. But I don't think you're there yet.
It's too early for that.
I mean, there's other stuff from this deployment spec you could remove that could potentially crash loop back off, right? I mean, once you've deleted the probes, I would delete one other thing just to be sure.
Yeah. So let's get rid of the resource limits.
Good call.
Let's do that.
Because my code is perfect, so we don't need resource limits, we don't need probes, it just works.
Sure.
I mean, it's written in Rust, so it can't crash. Yeah, that looks healthier.
It does. Still not got any access.
Check services, maybe.
No, it's still crashing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Right, it is crashing. So it took about 30 seconds before the first crash. Does that give you a hint?
Grace period is at 30 seconds, right? So maybe there's no pressure?
So that last one's been modified.
I think that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want you chasing a red herring. That was me fixing KubeVip.
Oh, okay.
My favorite bug that I've reported this week, though, if you open the KubeVip manifest again, this will just take like 1 second. The spelling of Prometheus. So.
Oh wow!
Prometheus.
So I got to submit a pull request to KubeVip. Hopefully that gets managed. But there you go. That's why I had to modify that file, because I spelled it correctly and it was crashing.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so we have a pod that continues to crash.
We do.
At least Postgres is happy.
It is. Oops. Let's check the service for Postgres then. Alright, what have we got here? So, app selected.
You seem to be confining your search to the Kubernetes API.
Maybe look on the node if there's anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating as much as you all are. But at this point, I think I'd start looking beyond Kubernetes potentially.
Don't do that. Okay.
Back to worker 2.
Yes.
Can we just move it to another worker?
Could do.
Yeah.
What do you think? There's something specifically wrong with worker 2?
It's still in worker 2, so let's stick to worker 2. Yes. Yeah. Let's switch, please.
Yeah.
Okay, you move.
So you're going to try and reschedule that pod then. Yes, Stefan, you're right that a pod without logs should not run in any cluster. I do apologize. I will add logging for the next episode.
PR is welcome, right? Let's wait for 30 seconds.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
You got your
So
first.
All right. Do we want to switch over to that node then and have a look, see what's going on there?
Yep.
Right.
So worker 1.
Yes, please.
So it does the same in worker 1 and worker 2. I looked at anything in the cron and didn't find anything.
All right.
One of your colleagues is in the chat. Hey, Joe, 30 seconds feels like network. Oh, network timeout.
Okay. Do we think it's Cilium then?
Well, why don't we spin up another container and we try to ping, I don't know, the API server from the internal service IP and stuff like that to check if networking works.
But would networking cause a crash loop back off?
Shouldn't, right?
If your image is trying to reach something else and can't, maybe it crashes.
So my application does nothing until a first request comes in.
Okay.
Okay.
So something requesting something from the application.
I mean, you could wait for it to come back online and then nobody touch anything and see what happens. The do nothing approach to debugging.
So, you can't see when I highlight things, can you? So there's a line in here. Hold on, let me. Anyway, that line. Does anybody know what that is? Those.
Oh.
Error syncing pod skipping failed to. So it's failing to start the container.
Check container deconfiguration on the Mac.
Yeah, hold on. Where are we for container D?
All right, you have 20 minutes left.
No, there's no container D config. So we've got it showing there. That's good at least. Oh, that's interesting. Emissary showing as not ready.
I mean, just ignore emissary for now, just in case. I'm sure I fixed it in all the clusters, but I don't want you to chase anything. I find it weird that Klustered says ready, because the kubelet logs that you pulled out suggested that it wasn't able to actually start the containers. I'm a little bit confused. But that does appear to be a running cluster. Although, why is there?
Yeah. That's...
Wait, the deployment said something about progress deadline seconds happening, right? That usually just happens if the resource set, like if the deployment can't be updated, doesn't it?
So there are hints. Remember, if we need to look at the first hint.
What do we think?
There's a comment from Russell in the chat who spotted a sleep 20 in the process output. There's a nice thread for that.
There is, yeah. It's a pause shim.
What? Where are you looking? Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Maybe let's the process information as a tree and see if you can find a hierarchy.
Yes. Somebody remind me what the...
Maybe EF might be a good one.
AF.
EF.
Oh, EF, sorry.
That's not enough. PS AUEF. I can never remember. AUXEF.
Yeah, same.
Keep adding letters. Oh, there we go.
Right. Okay. So
yeah, that looks suspicious.
Does.
But it looks like it's just in the root directory. Assuming it's not in a container, of course. But I would check the root file system.
What if we try to schedule the pod in the control plane?
Yeah, could try that. Can we switch back to the control plane node?
Yep. Done.
Cool. Copy and paste, I think.
So what is it you're trying to do just now?
Move it to the master node, to the control plane.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Oh, that's the hard way of scheduling it there. Just drop a node name in there. Come on.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Where is it? It's vector, isn't it?
No, node name.
Was it node name?
Yeah, you can just do node name and then do Wildlife Studios dashboard control plane 1. Whatever the name is. I can't remember.
It's Wildlife Studios -control -plane -1. Yes.
You might have to put it. It's not under spec template spec node name. It would be spec template node name. No. It would be on the pod.
That's what I did.
Yeah, try there. I can't remember. Just keep pasting it places till it works. No, I think it's under
It's
template.
not on the strategy.
Because we're not scheduling the deployment, we're scheduling the pod. But
yes, it's in there, yes. Not there, but inside spec.
It was inside spec.
That was right, actually.
That's what documentation says.
Right, come on, chat, tell us what I'm doing. Where did we put node name? they always fix it for me. The Rawkode scheduler. Yeah, Russell's seen this cheat before. Where's your cursor? There we go. You might just have to delete the pod to force the reschedule.
No, it did an update.
Run get pods with a dash o wide. Where is it?
The node name's gone. There we go. Yes, there now. Cool.
Running.
It restarted already.
Oh, that was
already
fast.
restarted. That was fast.
I would maybe check a hint. You've got somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh wow, there's a lot. That does not fill me with confidence.
It lives next to your application and it's usually unnoticed.
Is it a sidecar?
Well, I guess it's the pause container based on the things we've seen so far, right? But you won't see that in a deployment spec.
I've just checked the pod now. There's no other container. It's just the one.
Did they replace the pause container in the API server configs?
Yeah, good call.
Shout if you see it. Better idea. No mention of pause in the API server. It's not a kubelet setting, is it?
I
Yep.
don't remember.
Could
Might
be.
be.
Kubelet or containerd.
Pretty sure it's not in CRI. Might be kubelet.
But the containerd could be configured to pull a different
yeah.
image. Depending on how nasty Wildlife Studios have been.
There's no containerd.
So
directory.
if you
That's the
run
name of the
system control cat kubelet, it'll show you where all the configs are.
like that. Oh wow. Okay, cool.
So there's the varlib kubelet config. There's the flags.env and the default kubelet config. So there's 3 things there you probably want to look at.
Yeah. So we'll have a look at the. Check this one out first, I think. So nothing in there is jumping out at me. What's the next one? Let's have a look at the environment flags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's that pause image.
Yeah, but that
Seems
all
normal to
right.
me.
Yeah. How long we got left?
Around 10 minutes. Let's pop another hint.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm stumped. I don't know what we should be looking at just yet. Yeah, we know that, right? So we're definitely, it's something to do with the pause container.
It's definitely something.
Run a container d dump config.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Oh, yeah, close that.
Oh. that's not what I wanted. Oh, come on.
Oh, config dump.
Yeah.
Okay, there's none. They could have pre-pulled a pause container to the machine that's been painted. Well, Marcos says there's 3 things broken on this. Let's just pop the hints on part 1 and see if we can get into part 2.
Okay, so check part 2.
Hint 1.2, right? We've not checked that yet.
1.2, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Marcos, come on. We know. Yeah, Marcos has said that they have tampered with the pause image. So if you remove that from the
remove it from the
machines,
node.
Oh god, does anybody know how to do that with containerd?
cry control image RM or do a cry control image SLS first. Yep, and then image RM and yeah, there you go. There's a 2 meg and a 300 kilobyte and a 300 kilobyte. I would just start deleting all those image IDs.
So they're still there. That's not the right command.
Oh, RMI.
RMI. Cool, that's that one gone. Oops.
Well, that's the only one you should have to remove. It should now pull a tagged version. So try deleting your cluster pod. Maybe. Hey, let's see if it works.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't work.
All right, next problem.
Check endpoints, maybe.
It's
Okay, the pod is working now because if you curl in the pod itself, is responding. So that's something.
cool. So it's now just a case of the ingress not working.
There is no ingress.
No,
Is it
no,
node
it's not
port?
ingress. Sorry, it's node port. Yeah.
Service.
Yeah, I ran a curl on worker 1 and it's timing out. So yeah, dash capital L.
Yeah, I can't type. It seems.
Node to pod also works. So maybe it's a service problem.
Yeah.
Marcos in
Cilium
the chat
config,
says
maybe?
no IP tables or eBPF has been used on this cluster. Yeah, you got 6 more minutes. Are there any Kubernetes ways to restrict network traffic?
Network
No,
policies.
there was no network policies in there.
This is a Cilium
did
cluster.
you check the Cilium ones?
I checked the Cilium ones too. Yeah.
The cluster wide and the
Yeah.
CCMP. Yep. And there goes that idea.
Yeah.
This... Is curling the service working?
Nope.
Also not.
Oops.
So Cilium has a config map, right?
Is it? Let's look at that.
Let's check how it's configured. Maybe the kubeproxy or the node port implementation.
Thing is, I don't know enough about Cilium to know whether this is default or not.
So if I remember correctly, there's this enable policy default line, which I think may block everything by default.
We can set that to never. Right?
You can set that
policy.
to, yep, which might be a good first step.
Yeah.
And because this is Kubernetes, you have to rotate the pods. When the Cilium pods come back up, they do provide a CLI. You can do Cilium status inside one of those pods. Might be worth doing.
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Shouldn't there be 3 Cilium pods?
I have no idea.
It's a daemon set.
Oh, is it?
I think
So yeah, there probably should be then. Wow.
Did you exec into the Cilium pod?
No, I'm checking the daemon set first. Not seeing anything.
Last minute.
I think it's not running on the control plane node. No?
Oh, what's the container called? Cilium agent.
You can just do Cilium status and it'll run it in a default container.
Okay.
So delete dash agent and then do space status. Oh, I was sure it was called Cilium. You just run bash and get inside it. You need to add a dash IT though.
Look like it's got bash.
All right, well, we are all out of time. That was a tough one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge.
All right, I'll let you jump off the call. I'll get the Wildlife Studios people in. They can tell us what they did, and then we'll take a look at your cluster. But thank you. I mean, that stumped me, and Marcos has been on that before, and he's always lethal. So, but good job. And I'll catch us all in a bit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, let's get Wildlife Studios involved. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
That was tough.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yep. That
Oh,
was...
yeah. Sorry for that, man. Sorry for that. It was fun. It was fun to watch, though. We thought we left some crumbles along the way, the sleep process and all those things. But I mean, these guys made an amazing work. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all to understand what was happening.
All right. Well, why don't you? Well, in fact, before you tell us what happened in that cluster, do you just want to both introduce yourselves, say hello, and then we'll get started?
Cool. I can't hear Leonardo.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can't
know
hear
if
you, I'm
that's
afraid.
maybe he's muted. But I can introduce myself in the meantime. Hi everyone, my name is Marcos Niels. I've been here before, so we are like internet friends with David. Hopefully, we can meet each other in person, David, at some conference or something soon.
And now, can you
I
hear me?
work at Wildlife.
We can
Yep.
hear you now, yep. That's better.
Nice.
Welcome
Okay.
back. Yeah. So I work at Wildlife Studios with Leo. We are part of the engineering team. We do a little bit of Kubernetes, gaming stuff as well. Of course, we are hiring people. If you want to join us, it's an amazing company. And we are here to have fun, learn Kubernetes, and share our knowledge with the rest of the world.
Thank you. Leonardo, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Leonardo. And, everybody calls me Godoy here. It's my surname, and I've been on Wildlife for 2 years now. I think I'm going to do 2 years on March, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I've always liked it to be an SRE, and that's it.
Awesome. All right. So
I'm
why
a little
don't you?
bit laggy, I think. Let me move my screens here to the side.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh, there we go. That seems to be better, much better now. So
Okay.
tell us what happened to that cluster, that poor cluster.
Nice.
So,
go ahead.
at first we started to mess with Cilium because we use Cilium here at Wildlife, and I think it's more of our expertise. But at some point, Marco said like we have a lot of problems with network already, so let's move to another let's break to another thing, and he fought on the pause container itself. But yeah, two problems were related to container D and CNI, and the other one was the pause container.
Yeah, changing the pause container was
So
pretty nasty, but then messing with Cilium. I mean, nobody knows how to configure Cilium. I just always trust it works.
exactly. So to give them like a more concrete things about what we did is like first we disable Cilium, right? We downscale the daemon set, right? So
Yeah.
and we renamed. There's another deployment that's called Cilium operator, which is the operator, and we renamed that deployment to Cilium. So they think that the daemon set was up, but instead the operator was up, which was not providing any connectivity to the cluster, right?
Yeah, I did
The guys were
notice the
very close
name
at the
of the
end.
daemon set didn't have the node names on it, but we were just running out of time to start debugging that. But it did strike me as weird. I was like, that's not a daemon set because they have a very special name.
Exactly.
Yeah, we also
So one
configured some parts on
interesting.
the Cilium itself, so it wouldn't route for the service, right? And when if they discovered about the daemon set, when they started the daemon set, Cilium would configure itself, and almost everything would work. Almost.
Oh.
Only the application wouldn't. Like Core DNS would, and the Kubernetes itself would pod-to-pod connectivity, but not the server itself. So yeah, there is also
Yeah,
this
the
configuration, this config map that we did.
the interesting part of this is that if you downscale Cilium, the nodes are going to become not ready. But as you saw, the nodes were ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we did instead is like we tricked basically the kubelet to believe that the node was ready when Cilium was not up, basically. So that's why they believed everything was working. Where on like we actually put a CNI configuration, like a dummy CNI configuration file on the hosts. Like yeah, basically making Kubernetes believe that everything was working when it wasn't working. But we didn't change any like besides the post image, we didn't change any outside the normal configuration of Kubernetes, right? We didn't
Of
like mess
Kubernetes,
with
yeah.
the file system or yeah, exactly. Everything was Kubernetes based.
Wow, that is clustered on hard mode. That is harsh. Faking the CNI configuration so the pods are ready, and then. Ugh. All right, well, let's see what Giant Swarm have in store for you. So, screen share is up. I have connected and started a session on their control plane node. So, if you could please join a session and give me an echo hello or anything to let me know that you're there, and best of luck.
Let me get the link. Thank you very much. So Godoy is gonna be driving. I'm gonna be checking the chat and helping from far away.
Sounds good.
Let me open the machines here, the control planes here. So hello.
Oh, I think you started your own session instead of joining mine.
Oh, okay. It's on clusters, on activity, and
Activity, active sessions, yep.
Giant swarm, control plane, join session.
Yep, perfect.
I'm gonna be there as well.
Hello.
Awesome.
That's it?
Yep.
Nice.
Best of luck.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay,
Oh,
there as
sorry,
well.
sorry, Marcus.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Let's start with the alias configuration, CTL, and
We need your help,
export.
Kat. We're gonna be looking at the chat.
CD configuration admin. So, oh, there is no complete
Okay,
here, right?
no, it seems like they
Yeah.
already messed with the kubectl binary.
Let's.
So I would do an apt reinstall, Godoy. I think it's gonna be faster than trying to fix it.
kubectl.
Yeah, it looks like
Wise words.
Download. Let me just.
you can do an apt, I believe. Apt install, reinstall kubectl should work.
Yeah, the flag is install -- reinstall.
Oh, kubectl.
Probably
let me just.
You have something in the path, right?
Oh shit. Not sure. Let me just be sure there's this. Okay, maybe. Which kubectl?
Remove that one and try again. Okay, now it should be the correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bash basically.
Bash 6, right? Yeah. So we can.
Okay, so we don't have connectivity to the
server.
cluster.
You haven't re-exported the kubeconfig in your new bash.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
Oh.
Do nothing.
Sounds good.
Okay, then.
Yeah, so the API server could be down. Can you check if the do a PS and see if the API server is running?
If what's running?
Do a PS and see if the API server is running the process. No, so it's down.
Yeah, it's down. Let me check the containers here.
Yeah, so probably
they not here.
They changed the manifests on
Parallel container, right?
Yeah.
So there is no kube API here either. So let's check for the manifests. Kubernetes manifests. So they were changes, right? Let me get this and copy. API server.
Yeah,
so you guys can follow. We need to do ls, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can follow.
Try running the maybe they disable the systemd unit file. So try doing.
Yeah. So what starts these manifests?
Is kubelet basically. Check the kubelet.
Status kubelet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so there's an error. CNI plugin not initialized.
Not initialized. Okay.
Good thing is they're experts on Cilium.
Okay.
Oh, ensure lease exists. Maybe etcd is not starting. That's why the API server is not running.
Let's check again.
Do we have logs on etcd?
Oh, it's not this. I want to
there's
the logs.
Yeah.
There's no etcd either. Okay. We're on the control plane, so it should be one at least here.
One thing that they can do is that they can fool the kubelet to use a different manifest configuration directory, right? So maybe that's why the kubelet is not starting anything, because
Yeah.
it's not actually picking the right configuration files.
Okay.
So
Where should I go to check that?
there's a kubelet configuration. I believe it was in etc kubelet. Do you recall, David, where it was?
You can run system control cat kubelet
That's
to
right.
see all the different config options, all the different configable places. But var lib kubelet would be a good starting point.
Okay. So we need to check the etc kubernetes kubelet.conf.
This is the 4 right here, or
I would start with var lib kubelet config.yaml.
Yeah, let's go there.
oh yeah, okay.
I'm going to open this on the web as well in case I feel like Vim's coming. So
It's not that big. Okay. What?
What did you open?
Yeah, I think it's because
So the static pod path, I
right
think
to
it
the
was okay,
bottom.
right? So it's etc Kubernetes manifests, right?
Yep.
it's right here, the static pod path.
Can you
But
do
your
something,
kubelet was
Godoy? Can
failing,
you?
right? Your kubelet wasn't running.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't running. Did I start it? No, it was running. I think it was running.
But it was failing.
Yeah, there was lots of
It showed
errors.
some errors.
Yeah, there was a lot of errors, but okay.
So let's. Can we check the logs and restart the kubelet?
So you
So
want
let
me
me.
to do a systemctl restart kubelet
Yeah, and
and
check the logs at the same time.
do the journalctl.
I think you're gonna need to scroll up a little bit.
It's
Oh, what
following.
does
Let
it
me.
say?
Just go to the end of the file. Okay. It just complains about not finding this giant control
Fail
plane.
to pull and unpack image. There's a failure to pull an image. Kube scheduler. Fail
It
to
resolve the
resolve reference.
reference.
Seems like it can. Can you try? Can you try to see if you can pull the image with a CTR? Those images basically.
This cube. Let me check here. So copy ctr io. It's pool. No, it's not pool. It's I'm not
iPool, I guess, maybe. I think it's iPool or not.
It's image. Yeah. I'll pull. You're right. And this one right here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's
Okay,
resolving to
so
localhost. So they tampered with the DNS resolution probably.
resolve.conf. No.
Uh,
Okay.
Can you do a? Do you have dig installed to check what ktest.gcr? Yeah, try ktest.gcr.io.
But gcr.io.
Yeah, so it's resolving to
Okay.
localhost.
Wonderful.
So
It's always DNS. Okay.
oh, it's always DNS. So this could be probably systemd resolved configuration. I don't know if they installed DNS mask or something here,
It's
but I think you can go to etc resolve.d, I believe it is.
These are always so mean to my clusters.
you want to go where, Marcus?
Uh,
There's no
Look
other things.
for resolve.d or systemd resolve.d.
No,
I
none
can't
of
recall where
them.
this configuration was.
Yeah. DNS.
Let me check. I'm googling this right now. etc
Systemd
systemd
resolved.
resolve.conf.
Systemd resolve.conf. Yeah, it's a,
Can you do a dig against that server? Maybe it's a
so I should put any DNS
K.
and
You need to put ktest.gcr.io space @.ip.
So if you look at your resolve.conf again, the main one,
is resolve.conf, you mean?
right? So there's
Oh, yeah.
You mean the options
No,
there on the
but that's okay, right, David? Because it's using the systemd. I guess we can change this and put Google thing, right? It's the same thing pretty much. Because maybe they messed up with the systemd resolve the daemon, but if we change it here, it should basically avoid using that. Okay. Okay, nice. So let's
come to the
start the kubelet
pool.
now.
It's
Do
still
a restart
failing.
on the kubelet.
Okay. Restart kubelet.
Now let's see. Yeah.
Should we start also containerd? Maybe.
I really hope they just put something in the host
Uh,
file. I really, really hope it was the host file.
Yeah, let's see. It's not gonna hurt, right, to restart everything.
Oh, it's still failing. It's still. Why it's still
Trying.
resolving this? So there is
It
some
says trying
configuration.
next host.
Try next host. Yeah.
Uh, Maybe it's a kubelet configuration. One of the different files that the kubelet has to configure. Maybe they configured like localhost there.
Or containerd? No, there's no containerd configuration.
Have you looked at the host file?
Yeah, I did.
Was there nothing there?
Other host. It was the first one to try.
Oh, there's a
Oh no, there wasn't.
easy
Okay.
stream. Yeah,
I'm so
it's a
glad it
good
was the
one.
host
Thanks,
file.
David.
It just makes it
messed
funnier.
with what?
Oh,
Wait.
that's cool.
So when you, oh wait, maybe when you are trying to vim that
It's Vim.
they try to do a type vim. Maybe they're basically fooling us there. Just copy the content without that line and then echo it into the etc host, and that's it, right?
You mean you want me to get this only the first line, right? And whatever
No,
the
I
rest.
think you need to do. Well, the other one is IPv6, so yeah, I think we don't care. Yeah, only the first line and echo that into etc hosts.
So
A sledgehammer
resolve.
approach. I like
No,
it.
it's a host. No, it's
Oh,
host. Not that one.
Shit. Yeah, no problem.
break more stuff.
Sorry.
You can
Yeah.
take another resolve
Yeah.
com from another node if you want.
No, it's just
Just
a
add name server. Yeah.
Yeah, name server. Yeah.
Server.
Good job.
Nice. Let's see now.
And now. So pool. Nice. So
Okay.
let's see the
Restart
log
the kubelet.
from start kubelet. And let's see CLS. So the kube scheduler is now running. Let's put the SLS here. The kube API server is not running. Oh no, it's running
No,
now.
it is
Okay.
here, right? Okay. Try doing a kubectl report now.
You have the
Check the
export
logs
here.
of the. Try doing get post instead of. Well, it should work in any case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. So check the logs of the API server now.
Where is it? API.
Nice.
So this one. Copy.
I think you can use autocomplete, right?
Tell me it's have separate range. The service cluster range must be at least saved.
Oh, okay. They
They
messed with the with the IP address of the
That's
API server. So
configured
the
on
manifest
Kubernetes,
probably
right?
on the manifests on the API server probably.
Manifest. So.
Oh, they messed up with Vim, so we can't trust. Yeah, we can't trust anything that comes out of Vim. Advertised. So that seems to be okay.
There's
Oh,
the
what about
cluster
the
IP
IP
range, like.
range?
There you go.
Okay.
Do you have the correct range, David?
16.
16, nice.
16. Let me just do a. Okay. Then I'm going to do a set here.
Uh-oh.
No, go with Vim. We don't know if Vim is going to work, right? We didn't check that one. Try to open it in Vim to see if it shows that.
Why
Yeah,
not?
so you can
Why
replace
don't you
it.
trust? Why don't you trust set?
Yeah, why wouldn't you trust Vim, right? It's like the
That's
Swiss
probably
Army code, right?
It's already failed us.
it's probably just something in the bash profile for when you try to open that file, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
You can restart the API server now and see what happens. Oh, it should have been restarted automatically.
Well, it might take
So
a few moments, but yeah, it will be restarted because the manifest changed. Wow. Giant
API
Storm says they
server.
did not mess with Vim.
What? Then we got a gimmick setup.
Our troubleshooting doesn't agree on that, probably.
I'm checking that bash profile at the end of this episode. There's definitely something in there. Maybe
Try
just
doing kubectl gpods now.
Vim is now a
still
crypto
Nothing.
miner.
Okay, so let's see the logs. No, it's not that anymore.
Still no control plane?
You can do
This one right
it's
here.
for.log. Yeah, still not starting.
Up. Cat paste. No, it's still the same
Okay.
error. Let's go.
IP range must at least 8 IP addresses.
It's dash 16.
Maybe it didn't restart. Try restarting that manually. Try killing the API server process, and it's going to start again automatically.
You mean like this?
Yeah, that process was started
Yeah.
3 minutes ago, which is probably before your change.
I didn't find it, so
Maybe
should I
it's
just kill
restarting
the
now.
pod?
But its process ID is there, right? Oh no, that's the log file.
Oh, so maybe they messed with
They
the.
messed with the PS. Yeah, I just thought on that.
Try doing a grep dash f.
Oh, it's pgrep. Oh, it's not pgrep. It's for the process itself.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, do pgrep dash f API.
Dash F API like this. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
No.
Weird that we don't see the process here. Let's see the logs again.
Logs. Let me see if it's the same. Let's just kill the pod, I think.
Yep.
Let's see the verb to kill it. Delete. Grab API. And just see RM, and this one. Sorry, this one. So now, it wasn't recreated yet.
You can force the kubelet to restart, I believe.
We'll start kubelet. Server manager.
There you go.
Now
API
it's
server,
yeah,
okay.
it's going up. Let's check the logs.
Alas. Oh, sorry. Alas. No, the other one. The other one. Shit. Var logs.
No cursing here.
It's contain. Oh, sorry.
You can curse if you want. Don't worry about it.
An episode for children.
Pass the watershed.
What's the new one? It's this one. So
Oh, there are multiple logs, so we need to pick the latest one, right? Maybe
can
we
I?
were seeing an older log the last time. That's why.
You can always use varlib containers, varlog containers for the latest logs. Cut out some of that
You can
noise.
grab the ID of the container and just. Oh, it's. I don't know if
Try
that's the best.
Just do a tail in
Try
varlog
doing.
containers, and then it'll be the name
Yeah.
of the. It'll be kube-API, and it's always the latest one.
Tail var log container
Yep, and then kube
and
API, kube-API.
API. How do we define? We see
And we need.
it's the 7.
It's the one that starts with 7. Yeah, 7E.
7. Okay.
No, that's the old one.
Still the same problem. Oh, that's the old one? How do you know if that's the old one or
The
not?
7E, right?
Timestamp on it was 1843.
Okay.
So I should try the other.
Oh, you have.
Try 88. Yeah. Well, that's different.
Okay, now it seems like it can't connect to Etcd, right?
Yeah, 2379 is the port.
Try checking the Etcd logs, maybe. Is Etcd even up?
Doesn't appear to be. Let's check why. Manifest. Less. URLs, okay.
Image pool policy always. The image seems to be okay, I believe. List. Okay, client URLs. The port is okay. Does it appear on CTR?
I don't think so. Or else it
So
would appear on
there's
the
no Etcd
log
there, right?
container. Yeah, it doesn't. But it's applying every manifest on that folder? Yeah, it's applying, right?
It should be applying every manifest, yeah. So maybe we can check the kubelet logs to see if it says anything about etcd. Can you do a grep on etcd in the kubelet logs?
So kubelet and do a right cd, right? Oh, sorry. Grab. Okay, there are a lot of things here. just from now, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It is just.
oh, it's trying
no.
to
Is it?
system. Yeah, the last error. It says dial TCP.
The last error there isn't syncing pod, right? Enable to write
Yeah,
events.
fail to get
syncing
status for
pods.
pod. It says etcd giant form control plane dial. It's timing out to dial against.
Can I do this
But
here?
it doesn't need
Okay,
it doesn't need Cilium to start, right? Because it connects to the API server directly.
Yeah, I think so.
What is that IP? 139. Because the etcd doesn't need to connect to the API server, correct? So it only starts and then the
No,
API server
it's
uses
the
it.
other way around, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why is it not starting? Uh, try restarting the kubelet and see if we have any etcd pods again. I want to see if it starts and then goes away or something.
So I should do that really fast, right? But
So coordinates.
if any pods would appear, the logs would be on the directory, but it isn't.
Yeah, they should be there. Yeah, we don't have any etcd pods, so it's not even starting. Can we check the manifests again on the etc Kubernetes manifest?
Kubernetes
Any ideas
manifest.
on the chat? No. We need some help, folks. Do we have hints for this? Maybe.
Yeah, we have. I saw that we
We have
have.
our sense.
So yeah, let's use some hints.
Check the first hint here.
Bring your binary.
Okay.
That makes sense. Makes total sense. Hints too.
Right here, network.
Network. Yeah, that's probably the result.conf hosts thing.
Doors open. Is there a file
Oh,
on the
okay.
way?
Flash the IP tables, amigo.
You can straight to the flush. You don't even want to look at them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, there are.
Dash.
Drop,
Yeah,
drop,
just
drop,
reject
drop,
Drop.
drop.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
IP
SCD
table
port,
dash
API server port. Just drop, drop, drop.
IP tables.
dash F, capital F.
Bye bye IP
This.
tables.
Yeah.
Then we need to
Go for it.
restart everything, right? Like.
No.
Restart
Restart the kubelet and that's it.
But I don't have access to the machine now.
Oh, we've lost access.
Yeah.
This didn't happen in the past.
Okay, so
Let's see if we can
can we
get a
create
new
another session?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, right?
Let's go for it. So, giant worm.
It's no longer active.
I mean, YOLO, right?
It's gone.
Activity. So we lost the machine?
All right, let's see if we can get in another way.
So.
Okay, then just restart it, I think. But
restarting bare metal is not a fast process.
It's not a fast process. But then restarting it could
could
also, I don't know, undo things that they did. So that's not that funny. Also,
we have lost access. So let's think us through.
So
all we did was a flush of IP tables.
So not even SSH, right? Works, David?
Okay, it's not even SSH. How long does it take to restart? It's not feasible.
10 minutes.
10 minutes is a lot.
I do have console access. The trouble is the root password is only available for 24 hours, and I'm pretty sure I'm beyond that. And I don't know if I keep it in my Pulumi code. I can definitely check. But that's funny.
Why would an IP table flash would prevent us from access?
It depends what they've been doing with the network.
Yeah. No, maybe it's configured to drop everything that isn't there, and it could be that.
Yeah. I'm thinking if there's anything we can do in the worker nodes, but yeah, we can't do anything pretty much.
For the policy for forwards drop, the policy for inputs is drop. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so the machine is still alive at least. But I don't think I export the password.
145. Okay. And I believe that far we made it.
Yeah, we didn't even start the Kube API server. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have access to the password to go in over the serial console anymore. So I'll tell you what, I'll reboot it, but I don't know how long that's going to take to come back out.
Do you want to give it 5 minutes maybe? Maybe we can, if you want, David, in the meantime, we can show what we did to break the other cluster. If we have time. I don't know how much time you have.
Yeah,
it just seems why is, I mean, teleport is still running, right? Oh yeah, because that's on its own machine.
No, it's not connecting.
No.
Okay.
All right, let's reboot it. Let's at least try.
How much time do you have left?
I mean, I don't mind going over. It's not a big deal. It's just we'll see what happens. We should be able to see the machine reboot at least from the serial console, so we can keep an eye on it. But I just can't. I don't know what the flush. Why that would.
I think it's because the default policy for input is
Klustered, right?
I think it's because of the default policy of the input chain, right? If it's on drop, I'd say that's it.
Because I flush IP tables all the time on Klustered. Is normally safe. Normally. I don't know what's happened there. Giant Swarm says they don't believe that was them.
We can try flashing the IP tables on our control plane to see if it happens the same, right?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna try that right now.
I'll open a session.
Don't do on the control plane because or else we'll lose the cluster.
Oh, you're correct.
Don't on worker so we can show them. Yeah.
All right, I've opened a session on worker 1.
Okay, I'm gonna join in there.
Wildlife Studios worker 1.
Joining there. Okay. You can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm here, and IP tables -F. Yeah, I'm still connected to the machine, right? So Giant Swarm did something weird. I don't know what they did, but it works here.
Yeah. Well, our machine is now in the BIOS boot stage, so hopefully we get this back in a minute or two. Hopefully. And I'm going to change all my automation to keep a track of the root passwords so that we can actually get on the machine.
-L, right? So here, our input policy for the policy for the input chains accept, and on their machines is drop.
Oh, they removed the input policy. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, when we flushed it, the default policy for the input chain is drop, so we just get dropped.
That's why.
Yeah. I still have my tab open with the logs of the.
Oh yeah, that's right. So what did you see here?
On the chain inputs, it's the first one that should appear. You see that on the see here, the policy drop. So everything that isn't listed there is going to be dropped, and when we flush it, now there is there isn't anything, so it's going to get dropped.
But it's only port 6443, right?
No, that was an explicit drop, but everything that isn't there will also get dropped, right? I think that's I'm not very acquainted with IP tables, but I think that's the way that it works.
Machine is coming up.
Yeah, it's getting there. We've got system D starting now, so we're not far away.
Nice, almost there.
In fact, we might actually be okay.
We're very close.
Yeah.
That's it.
SSH, root, giant swarm control plane.
SSH is giving connection refused.
It's almost there. We're just waiting for teleport to get health. Maybe.
Oh, it takes a while, okay, to start everything.
I have 10 more minutes to spare, so let's try to see if we can finally get it running.
Okay, come on. Control plane. It's annoying that I have a login prompt and I don't know the root password.
Well, you always learn something new, right?
Oh yeah, it's an iterative process. I'm never going to dismiss that root password again. I don't think we're going to get access again. Teleport should have started by now.
Okay, so if you want, David, we can use these last minutes to show the people the configuration of our cluster. I don't know if it's worth it or we can just call it for today.
Yeah, show us what you did, and then we'll call it quits for today. This is too much networking badness for my blood. These are both cruel teams. All right, there's a session on your control plane, Wildlife Studios control plane 1. Show us what you did, and then we'll wrap up. We'll try that machine again before we do it. But
sounds good. So do you want to show, Leo? Or I guess I'm already there, so I can do.
Okay, let me join too.
You are watching, right?
Yeah, I'm already joined.
Nice. So basically, what we did is, I'm in a plane already. Yes. So basically, what I did is like, if you do, let me export. Okay, so if you do, as we said in our introduction, if you do Q system, if you check the daemon set, it's going to be scaled down, right? So Cilium wasn't working. However, the nodes are showing as ready, right? Even though Cilium is not ready. So what we did, in order to fool basically the kubelet that the node is ready, we actually created a configuration in etc net.d.
No, it's not etc. It's
CNI.
CNI, yeah.
Right? So we created this Cilium conf list, basically fake configuration file, and we are fooling the kubelet that the node actually has networking enabled, when in reality, Cilium is not working, right? So that's why the nodes show up as ready. So what we need to do to fix this is basically we need to edit the daemon set. Daemon set Cilium. We need to, what we need to disable Cilium is like we only change the affinities, right? So this should be Linux instead of AMD. If you check the daemon set description, it's going to say that it doesn't basically match the affinity.
Yeah, we can't see that because of the weird Vim bug on this CLI. But
so now that Cilium is running, what the next step from here was basically to exec into a Cilium pod, right? So I can pick a pod here, like this one, and then I can do Q system exec. Let me paste the pod name. and then you can do sh here. Bash maybe.
No, you need to dash before the sh, right?
No, you don't have to.
Oh no, you have
Not
to. You
really.
have to. Yeah.
Maybe I'm executing the wrong pod. Maybe I'm still executing on the old ones. Yes, I believe I'm executing on the old ones. So let me grab another pod, this one, the short names. So this one. And let's do bash. Okay, now I'm in the Cilium pod, and you need to do Cilium status.
Status
So
and the
basically, you
service
have
list.
basically Cilium is gonna show everything here, and if you did like Cilium endpoint service list,
Yeah, you
you can
can
see
do
that
also the
only
endpoint list.
exactly
But yeah, that's it.
only API server, core DNS, and I don't know what this service is, are basically registered in Cilium, right? So it is missing the cluster service, and the reason why it's missing the cluster service, it is because we changed a configuration file in Cilium in the config map, kube system, and it's this one.
It's Cilium config, dash config.
Config.
Yeah.
It's basically we only told Cilium to
Yeah, it's
register
that
the
one. That one.
services. Sorry.
It's just that one. That's that one. You can delete it or
Yeah, basically this. This basically tells Cilium to only apply on the services that have the specific label. So you remove this, you redeploy the app basically. Let's do. I don't know if I need to touch the service. Let's do clustered.
clustered.
Let's change. I don't know annotation. Let's do Marcos. This. So the service basically gets modified, and now if we exec again into the Cilium pods, and we do Cilium endpoint list,
List.
Cilium service list.
No service. You didn't. Yeah, erase the endpoint. Right. Service list. I
Maybe,
think
we need to
it's
restart Cilium to
you
fix the
need to
configuration.
you need to restart Cilium because it changes this the config map.
Okay, get post dash a, okay, delete pods in kube system with the
Dash
label test
Cilium.
equals Cilium.
You missed
It was
an
just found.
Is it?
So it's just
no
What did I
cube
miss?
system. You missed an M on the namespace.
Oh, thanks.
nice.
Get post dash a, and this should be it. Let me exec again into the pod. This one. Cilium service list.
List.
Oh, there we
And
go.
as you can see, now everything should be working. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I'm in
Well,
the
we
water,
have
so if
two
I
members of
do-
Giant Swarm with us now, so I'm going to pop over to camera mode.
Oh, you need to restart the deploy, but after that, everything should be working.
All right. Right, Giant Swarm. Why did that flush destroy the world?
Hey. Good game, guys.
So basically, we also enabled a UFW firewall,
Okay.
which by default sets everything to deny other than things that we've automatically allowed. We set an allow in place for teleport, but you flushed it. So yeah, that went away. Do you want us to go through the other things that we tackled?
Yeah, I was going to ask exactly that. How much were we missing
Okay.
to finish?
I have to drop, guys. Sorry, it's getting late for me, but it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah,
folks.
no worries. Thank you, Marcos. Bye.
I'll catch
Bye,
up with the
Marcus.
recording later. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care.
Cool. Yeah, so you caught the first one with the kube control binary. So we didn't even replace the one that was there. We just curled down the macOS one and put it earlier in the path, basically.
Okay.
We didn't do anything with Vim, didn't touch that at all. What happened in the hosts file is we just put a load of space. So the host names that we had were off the page.
Okay.
And we then disabled Vim's line wrap in the Vim RC so that you wouldn't see it unless you... Yeah.
It's
Sneaky.
okay.
Very sneaky.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that one. So you caught the service side range, which was good. What you didn't catch, the issue with etcd was we changed the host network from true to false in the static pod. So it was running on the host network.
That's why I
and
was
the other
looking for a network plugin, which wasn't there. Right?
Okay.
The other change we did was in API server. We changed the port that the API server was listening on, but didn't change the admin.config, kubeconfig, and everything else. So if you'd have got etcd up, you'd have probably.
So that's why there was the IP table rules for 8443 and for 6443.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we had the IP tables so that you couldn't access it locally. We had the UFW so that the other worker nodes couldn't access it.
Okay.
The final thing we did is we messed with the core DNS core file.
Oh, the core file. Okay.
Yeah, so in there we added an ACL block to block type A lookups, which if you'd have looked, I think you'd have probably caught that one. The one that was a bit sneakier was in the Kubernetes cluster.local block. We added in namespaces all in there. Now all is not a keyword in that case. That will actually match a namespace called all, and will only serve up host names for that.
That would pass the classic look. That would pass the eye test, wouldn't it? You would be, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of that one. The final thing that we did was we covered our tracks by doing a touch on the entire file system so that everything had the same timestamp. So you couldn't see what we changed or anything like that.
Sneaky.
Yeah, we messed very little with the file system. We only added that file that messed with containerize thinking, Kubernetes thinking that's the node already, but it wasn't. But yeah, so
that was a good one. That's
yeah, it was the first thing that we thought on how can we disable Cilium and make the node think it's ready, but it isn't.
Yeah, so we have no experience with Cilium, so we were never going to get that.
Next up, learn more about Cilium.
Yeah, that's on our to-do list now, I think.
All right, well, you are both evil teams, so thank you for taking part in Clustered. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all again soon.
Enjoyed a lot. Thanks for the opportunity, David.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.